Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Dodger Baseball. This time, the Dodgers in the 1951 Strat-O-Matic replay will take on the New York Giants. This is the second game of a three-game set in the 51 season, and it is game number 12 of the regular season for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Brooklyn comes in with a 5-6 record, trying to climb back to 500, and they stand 2.5 games out of first place. The Giants, on the other hand, 8-5, currently stand at just a half game out of first place. Dodgers sending out right-handed starter Carl Erskine. He is 0-2 on the season with a 6.55 ERA. Clearly not impressive, but an opportunity today to get back on track as the bats perhaps maybe have awoken after yesterday's bombardment of offense that the Dodgers provided to back Preacher-O. So Erskine will be looking for win number 1 on the season. The Dodgers will be looking to climb to at least 500 as they sit at 5-6. Good day here at Ebbets Field, and Erskine's first pitch is on the way. 3-7 to Ed Stanky, who's leading off. Stanky hitting .310 to start out the season. And Stanky leads off with a single right away. Stanky not a threat to run. He attempts to get the lead. He does not. Lockman going to lay down a bunt. He pops it up to the pitcher. Stanky has to stay at first. Unproductive out there, but one away as the Dodger defense forces Stanky to pop up. Forces Stanky to stay put and Lockman to pop up to the pitcher. So Erskine settles back in now, and he will offer a one-out offering to Hank Thompson, and it is a 1-7. And Thompson strikes out. In the actual game that was played on Sunday, April 29th, 1951, the Dodgers took it by a final score of 6-3, and Erskine picked up his first win of the year going into the game. He was also 0-2, just as he is today. He went 6 2/3. He gave up 8 hits, 3 runs. All of them were earned. He struck out 4, but the story behind his line, 7 walks. So far this season, he's struck out 6, walked 2. So hopefully he can avoid repeating that performance. On the other side of things, Larry Jansen took the loss for the Giants. He went 5 innings, 11 hits, 5 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, 2 home runs. So perhaps the Dodger bats can get to Jansen early in this one. 2 away. Stanky with the leadoff single, stranded on at first right now. Pitch on the way to Irvin. A 1-9. And Irvin draws a 2-out walk. Runners on at first and second. Bobby Thompson, not a man you one up with guys on base. He's hitting .327 in the replay, and there is a lot of power in his bat. And it is a .310 from Erskine. And he popped him up, foul territory. Cox is over, and he's got it. So Erskine flirts with disaster there in the first with 2 guys on. Doesn't allow a run. And after the top of the first, no score. And Brooklyn will come to bat for the first time. And Gene Hermanski will lead off for the Dodgers against Larry Jansen. Jansen coming in, the replay-wise, he is 3-0. He's pitched 27 innings so far, and he's pitched to a 1.35 ERA. He's struck out 22 guys, and he has yet to walk a batter. So the Dodger offense has their work cut out for him this afternoon, as Jansen's first pitch on the way to Hermanski is a 5-5. And we've got a split chance on a 3. And a home run for Gene Hermanski, a leadoff home run, and the Dodgers take a quick 1-0 lead. Yesterday we saw a lot of productivity out of that number 1 spot in the lineup as Tommy Brown went 3 for 3. He drew a walk as well, but he had 2 home runs and he had a triple. Scored 4 times yesterday. So perhaps the number 1 spot in the lineup can stay hot as the Dodgers jump out to a 1-0 lead thanks to the Hermanski home run. And Furillo, his first offering from Jansen of the day is a 1-6. And that's a ground ball to Alvin Dark at short. He's retired. And Duke Snider, 5-10. And Snider strikes out, so 2 quick outs right after the leadoff home run, and now it's Jackie Robinson's turn. 3-7 to Robinson. And a split chance, it's a 2. And Robinson picks up a single. Can he get the jump? He does not get the jump. He's going to hold it first. Hodges up with a runner on first, 2 outs. 6-9. And a fly ball right field. Muller's right there underneath it. And the side is retired. But a leadoff home run from left fielder Gene Hermanski gets the Dodgers up early. And after 1, Brooklyn leads it 1-0. As Don Muller just had the final out in the bottom of the first inning, or make the final put out, that is, comes up and he gets a 4-7 offering from Erskine. On a split chance, it is a 6. And Muller grounds out to Hodges at first base. 1 away. Now it's Alvin Dart playing shortstop today. He hits a 5-7. And the next chance for Robinson over at first base. He's played pretty well up to this point. It is a 2, so he doesn't get to it on a 10. So the ball gets past Robinson, a diving effort. And Dark is on with a 1-out single. Dark a clear threat to steal, so he will be held at first. He does get the jump on a 1-17. He's safe. And it's a 15, so he's in there. Of course, we'll throw. And he's in there safely. So Dark stands at second. And he will not try to get the jump at second. Wes Westrom now looks to drive him in. Westrom hitting 103 so far in this replay. He picks up a 1-7. And he draws a walk. And that gets Larry Jansen up with guys on at first and second. 1 out. So an opportunity here for the Giants. 1-9. And a strikeout, huge strikeout for Erskine. 2 away, but Stanky comes up. And again, Stanky hitting .326 so far this season. With 2 outs, clutch situation. He certainly loses in the clutch. It is a 3-7. And a pop to short, clutch situation, and Stanky blows it. So they had runners on at first and second, 1 out, and they couldn't get anybody in. And the Dodgers remain up 1-0 as Bruce Edwards comes up to lead things off in the bottom of the second. And it is a 4-7 to Edwards. He strikes out. That's 1 away, and Pee Wee Reese comes up. Reese, 381 to start out the season, and he gets a 5-6. On a split chance, and it's a 5. And Reese picks up a single. So a 1-out single for Pee Wee Reese, and that brings up Billy Cox. The offering from Jansen is a 3-5. 3-5 is a base hit to center, and we're going to send Reese. And they're going to cut it off, hold Cox at first, so runners are on the corners with 1 out. And Carl Erskine is up. Erskine a B bunter, Reese a pretty good runner. And we're going to try the suicide squeeze. And it does. It's a successful bunt attempt. As Erskine gets the bunt down, they checked Reese breaking for home. Didn't have a play. Jansen fired over to first. And a beautiful attempt, or a beautiful bunt by Erskine. And the Dodgers stretch their lead to 2-0. On the play, Cox moved up. So they've got a runner on at second. And the top of the lineup up. Hermanski led off the first inning with a home run. He's got an opportunity to drive in another run here with 2 outs. And it is a 1-9 to Hermanski. And he swings and misses. That's strike 3. So we head to the top of the third now, and it is the Giants trailing on the scoreboard, but they're coming to bat with an opportunity to dig into this lead for the Dodgers, as it is 2-0. As Lockman leads off the inning with a 3-10. And we've got a split chance. It is a 14. And a line out to Robinson at second. One away here in the third, and Hank Thompson steps up. Thompson hitting .308 on the season. It is a 2-10 to Thompson. And another split chance. This is a 10. And a single for Hank Thompson. He's on at first. And he is not a threat to steal. We won't hold him. And it'll be Monty Irvin with a man on at first. One away. 5-11. And Hodges, tough play over at first base. Let's see if he can make it. It is a 19 on the 20, and it is a 13. So Hodges is going to boot the ground ball. A one-base error. Irvin's on. Thompson moves up, and Bobby Thompson. One swing, Thompson can take the lead for the Giants here in the third. As Erskine winds and delivers. 5-12. Big strikeout there as Erskine sits Thompson down, 2 away. And it's up to Don Muller to extend the inning. As Thompson on at second, Irvin on at first. It is a 6-7 offering to Muller. And he walks in. Bases chucked full of Giants. And Alvin Dark comes up. Dark loses several points in the clutch, almost 100 points in the clutch situation. So hopefully that pays off for the Dodgers. As Dark up, bases loaded, 2 outs. Erskine's offering 6-5. On a split 14, that ball smoked to center field. Irvin Thompson going to score. They're going to wave Muller around. There will be a play at the plate, and it is a 14. And Muller is gunned out at home. So the Giants tie it up on the Alvin Dark double, but Muller gunned out at home by Snider, and the Giants only get 2, but that's all they needed to tie it back up. And after 2.5, we've got ourselves a square ball game. Giants 2, Dodgers 2. As Ferrillo leading things off for the Dodgers in the bottom of the third. It is a 2-9. And ground ball to Thompson, 1 away. 3-4 to Snider, who had the big arm out there in center to end the top of the third. And it's on an 11. Line drive right at Stanky at second, 2 away. And now Jackson. 2-2 for Jackie. I'm sorry, not Jackie Robinson, excuse me. And Robinson draws a hit by pitch, actually. So a 2-out hit by pitch. Robinson on at first, and he does not get the lead. He won't steal. Hodges is up. 6-6. Base hit for Hodges. Robinson going to try to move to third. They're going to cut it off. Runners stand on the corners and 2 outs, and it'll be up to Bruce Edwards to keep the inning going. And if he does, the Dodgers will either load the bases or they will pick up the go-ahead run as Robinson stands on at third. Jansen's pitch to Edwards is a 4-7. And Edwards strikes out. That ends the threat for the Dodgers after 3. All squared at 2 as Wes Westrom leads things off for the Giants in the top of the fourth. It is a 4-10. And split chance, or an X chance for Edwards behind the plate. 20 on the 20. And a 10. So Edwards comes up with the play. And there's 1 away. And Larry Jansen will hit in the bottom, or I'm sorry, in the top of the fourth. Erskine's pitch, 3-11. A fly ball to center. Snider's got it. 2 away. And now it's Ed Stanky. 4-5. Stanky's third at bat. Fly ball center field. Retires the side. Score remains 2-2 as Pee Wee Reese leads off in the bottom half of the fourth inning with a 2-10. Fly ball right field. And Reese is retired. Billy Cox, 5-7. Ground ball shortstop. And now Erskine against Jansen with 2 outs. 5-4. And a split chance. It's an 11. And a line out to shortstop, and that ends the inning. So pitchers make quick work of the hitters in the fourth, and the score remains 2-2 as Whitey Lockman leads things off for the Giants in the top half of the fifth. It is a 1-8. And ground ball to Hodges. Lockman's retired. Hank Thompson, 6-9. A split chance on an 18. There's a single for Thompson. And I believe Thompson is a threat to steal. No, he is not. We will not hold. Hit and run is on. And we'll roll the 2 dice. It is a 10. And he's running, and he's thrown out. So picked off. Edwards to Reese. Tagged out is Thompson. So there's 2 away here in the fifth. And it'll be up to Irvin to extend the inning with a 1-7. Another split chance. This is a 20. Ground out third base. Cox, easy throw to first. Giants retired. Still 2-2 as Gene Hermanski leads off with a 3-9. A split chance upcoming on a 12. And he picks up a single. With nobody out, a leadoff single for Hermanski. He's not going to go anywhere, at least not this minute. And it'll be Furillo. 3-4. And on a split, this is a 15. Furillo drives the ball for extra bases. Chance to score for Hermanski. He's going to be held at third. So a double follows Hermanski's single. And that'll bring Snider up. So the Dodgers threatening big time here in the bottom of the fifth as they've got the first 2 guys on at second and third. Nobody out, and they've got the meat of the order coming with Snider up, Robinson on deck, and then Hodges waiting at the top step of the dugout. So Snider steps in. Jansen's offering 4-6 with the infield in. Fly ball to right. It's caught. Hermanski's going to tag and score. Furillo could have a chance to move up on the 20. It is a 15. And he won't have a chance. Smart play. Mueller gets it fired back in with that -2. But the Dodgers jump back out in front with a 3-2 lead. Furillo standing at second. Robinson up now. 2-5 for Jackie Robinson. And ground ball to second. That moves the runner up. So a single here for Hodges will score the run as Furillo now stands at third. Pitch on the way to Hodges is a 2-10. On a split, it's a 7. And Hodges comes through with a 2-out double. That scores Furillo. Back to a 2-run advantage for the Dodgers. And they aren't done yet as Edwards steps up with Hodges on at second. 5-8 on the way to Bruce Edwards. 5-8. And a fly ball center field. That will end the inning. But the Dodgers strike for 2 more. They jump back out in front, 4-2, as Bobby Thompson will dig in to lead things off for the Giants in the top of the 6th. And it is a 4-7. And a leadoff single for Thompson. So just like that, the Dodgers jump in front, and the Giants trying to mount an attack as Thompson stands on at first. Not a threat to steal. Trying to get the lead, and they pick him off. So Thompson was trying to get the jump. Erskine throws over and picks him off. Big play to eliminate the leadoff base runner. So now there's 1 out, nobody on. Don Mueller up. 4-4. And an X chance at third base is a tough play upcoming for Cox. 18 on a 8. Sorry, not a 4. 8. 18 on an 8. And Cox makes the play. So there's 2 outs. Alvin Dark steps up. It is a 2-4. Ground ball to the shortstop. That ends the inning. So the leadoff single was a big deal for a moment. And then Thompson, caught leaning, gets picked off at first. He comes off the base paths, and then Erskine retires the next 2 guys. And the Giants' threat is emptied. After 5.5, Dodgers lead it 4-2 as Pee Wee Reese leads off in the bottom of the 6th. And Reese strikes out. It'll be Billy Cox now. Impressive run here for Jansen as he has yet to walk a batter in his 4th game of the season. And Cox gets a 6-8. And that's a pop to short. And there's 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. It's Erskine. 2-9. And that's a ground ball to first, and that ends the inning. So we head to the top of the 7th, and the Dodgers lead it 4-2. So they've had a 2-run lead once. They blew it back to a 2-run lead. We'll see how long the leash is for Erskine today, as he has struggled through his first 2 outings. But today, he's been pretty solid. As Westrom steps in to lead off the 7th, he gets a 5-2 offering from Erskine. And that's a clean single, so another leadoff single for the Giants. DeRocher now bringing in a pinch hitter. It's Bill Rigney, as Rigney has yet to see an at-bat this season. This is his first opportunity. Westrom on at first. Can't get the lead, and Erskine will offer to Rigney. 5-5. And an X chance for Pee Wee Reese could lead to a double play. It is a 1, so instead of reading to a double play, it's going to be at least a single on a 12. Just missed an error. But a single through, Reese couldn't get to it. They've got runners on at first and second as Rigney comes up with his first at-bat of the season and comes through for the Giants. So a 2-run lead, not safe, as Erskine has let the first 2 batters on, and now the lineup turns over as Stanky comes up. And he gets a 3-7. Base hit to right for Stanky, and everybody holds. And now we've got a managerial decision to make, as Erskine has began to labor a little bit. Base is loaded. The 2-hitter up. We are going to play the infield in. No. Infield in. And Whitey Lockman. Pitch on the way to Lockman. 2-7. Lockman flies to center. DeRocher holds all the runners. Big first out as Hank Thompson now steps up. He is also a lefty, so Erskine will continue to pitch as Erskine offers up a 110. And that's a fly to left. DeRocher now going to give the green light, and it's up to Hermanski. We're going to throw for the lead runner. Throw comes in, and it is a 17. 17. Westrom gets thrown out. Hermanski, a big throw from left field to cut down what would have been the third run of the game for the Dodgers. And third run of the game for the Giants. The Dodgers get out of the inning with no damage done, and they take a 2-run lead into the bottom of the 7th. And this sees the Dodger lineup turnover as well, as Gene Hermanski will lead things off in the bottom of the 7th. Sheldon Jones comes in to pitch for the Giants, and his first offering is a 3-5. And a clean single for Hermanski, so perhaps the Dodgers can figure out a way to get some insurance runs. As Furillo, with nobody out, Hermanski on at first, 3-10. Fly ball to right. Snider now, 3-8. Fly ball to center. And now we'll see if we can get the jump. We do not get the jump, so we won't steal. It'll be up to Jackie Robinson. It is a 5-6. And Robinson flies to center. That ends the inning. So Erskine will come back out to face Monty Irvin in the top of the 8th. That leash has got to be tugging, though, as it is a 4-6 offering to Irvin. Clean single. And that is the 10th hit of the day for the Giants. Irvin an asterisk, so we will hold him because we only have a 2-run lead. He does not try to get the jump. It's Bobby Thompson, 3-6. Fly ball center field, 1 away. Certainly living dangerously here, leaving Erskine in the ball game. But we saw Moeller coming up, and Erskine pretty good against lefties. So we wanted to at least give him the opportunity to pitch to Moeller, and it is a 1-4. And a force play at short. That cuts the lead runner down at second as Reese tosses it to Robinson. They can't turn the double play as Mueller beat out the throw. And now Alvin Dark will come in, will come up, and that could be it for Erskine, and it will be, as Haugsted will come into the ball game at least for one batter. Phil Haugsted makes his second appearance. He had 1 scoreless inning earlier in the season, and he gets brought in to try to get one of the next righties out. As Mueller tries to get the lead, he does not, and the offering from Haugsted is a 5-8 on an X chance for Robinson. 18 on a 15. Just missed an error. Whew. Robinson comes up with the tough play, and Haugsted gets the job done. No damage done. Again, we head to the bottom of the 8th as the Dodgers cling to a 4-2 lead, and Gil Hodges digs into the box. 6-6. Popped him up to short, 1 away. Bruce Edwards. Actually, this would be a great time to get Campy into the lineup. As I've said in the past, I am starting out the game. with the lineups that were used in the actual game that was played. And then I am managing according to how I see we can win the game. So perhaps Campanella was out for an injury. Regardless, he's available for us. He's just coming in off the bench. And Campanella will bat here in the bottom of the 8th. It is a 4-8 to Campy. And of course, he'll stay in to catch. Single for Campanella. As Reese now. 3-4. And a ground out to third. 5-4-3 twin killer as Thompson throws it over to Stanky and then on to Irvin. That ends the threat. Campy going to catch. And Labine is going to come in and try to close things out, as he has thrown 6 innings so far this season. He's got 1 win, 3 saves, 5 strikeouts. And he'll face 8-9-1 for the Giants, with an opportunity to win the series and to get back to 500. First offering to Westrom is a 5-10. On a split, it's a 2. And there's a single, so another leadoff single for the Giants. Eventually, they are going to do something with the leadoff singles. As DeRocher brings in Sal Vars to pinch hit. Westrom stands on at first. Offering on the way, 5-9. And there's a big first strikeout, but the lineup gets turned over as Stanky comes up. Westrom standing at first. And DeRocher's going to bring in Spider Jorgensen to pinch hit. Just his third appearance of the season. But Leo DeRocher is doing everything he can to win the ball game as he brings Spider Jorgensen off the bench to pinch hit. And it is a 6-8 offering. Now the hit and run is on. The hit and run is on. Let's throw the 2 dice again. And it is a 6. And now we'll re-rack and throw again. It is a 1-9. 1-9 on a split. This is a 7. And a home run for Spider Jorgensen. Pinch hit home run. And the Dodgers have blown another 2-run lead. A big move by Leo DeRocher to bring in pinch hitter Spider Jorgensen. And he gets a 2-run shot off Clem Labine. And the Labine blows the save. Erskine's first opportunity at a win. And the opportunity, perhaps, for the Dodgers to climb back to 500. As the Giants tie it up, big 2-run homer in the 9th. And Whitey Lockman steps into the box with a 6-6. Ground ball to Robinson. There's 2 away. And now it's Hank Thompson, 6-6. As Thompson grounds to second. And that ends the half inning. But the damage done, Spider Jorgensen. Big 2-run homer in the top of the 9th. And the Dodgers have to try to win it in walk-off fashion now. As DeRocher makes some changes, Al Gettel will pitch. And Jorgensen will play third as Wilson will come in. And he will play at second base. So lots of changes for the Giants, but they are still playing, and that's the most important thing to Leo DeRocher. So Cox will step in, pitch on the way, 1-8. And there's a clean single for Cox. The safe chance is high, but he's going to run. And it is a 3, so a chance at an overthrow, putting the pressure on. Chance at an overthrow on the roll. It is an 18. And he's in there safe, no overthrow. So a big stolen base for Cox. And now, almost certainly going with our best bunter on the squad. our best available bunter. And we don't want to bring either one of those guys. We'll bring in the Preacher to bunt, because Bronca and King certainly will have roles in extra innings if it comes to that. So the Preacher will come in to bunt. Sack bunt moves Cox over. And the winning run is 90 feet away as Gene Hermanski, who's had a big day so far, steps up to bat. He's got a home run and 2 singles. Now the question becomes, do we want to stay with him or do we go with Cal Abrams? And numbers tell me that there's not a huge difference. So we're going to stay with Hermanski. Pitch on the way. 4-7 to Hermanski. And he walks him. So Hermanski draws a walk with 1 out. Hermanski's run not all that important. He can't get the lead though. So the double play certainly in order here for the Dodgers, or for the Giants defense. As Furillo will dig in. And it is a 1-6 to Furillo. Ground ball to the shortstop. Cox holds. Hermanski moves up. And everybody's back now as there's 2 outs. And Duke Snider up. So all they need to do is record a 3rd out. And we're headed to extra innings after the Dodgers got the winning run on 3rd with 1 out. So Snider steps up. Pitch on the way. 1-7 to Snider. Split. It is a 1 base hit single, and Duke Snider walks it off for the Dodgers. Snider had his first hit of the game come in the last at bat of the game after a Labine blown save in the top of the 9th. The Dodgers manufacture a run thanks to Billy Cox, Preacher Rowe, and Duke Snider. What a win for the Dodgers as they blew a 2-0 lead, a 4-2 lead, and finally they cap off an excellent day of baseball by walking it off with a Duke Snider single and winning by a final score of 5-4. The final line today: Brooklyn 5 runs, 12 hits, 1 error. The Giants 4 runs, 12 hits, and no errors. As we take a look at the box score, Labine going to pick up the win. He also takes his first blown save. He goes 1 inning, gives up 2 hits, 2 runs, both coming on the home run. But the story of the day was Carl Erskine, who pitched very well. 7 2/3, 10 hits, 2 runs. Neither were earned. 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. Gettel takes the loss. He went 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 1 run, and it came on the way of the Snider 2-out single that scored Billy Cox from 3rd. Larry Jensen, though, another strong outing in the command department, as he has now completed 4 games, or at least he's had 4 starts, and he has yet to walk a batter. But he gets the no decision today, as does Jones. Erskine, again, no decision, but a solid outing nonetheless. The Dodgers pick up a win. That is now 3 in a row for the Dodgers. They move back to 500 at 6-6. The Giants fall to 8-6. And Dodgers and Giants will hook up one more time tomorrow at Ebbets Field. Until then, Dodgers back in the win column with a final score of 5-4. So long, everybody.